From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, it's Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. The Chiefs add 8-3 now, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Gonna look deep here for Pacheco. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Moore, the man in motion. Mahomes now on first down. Looking for the out route, and he's got Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That's complete. Right around the 8. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Pacheco is not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Pacheco once more, and he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run with Pacheco. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Parker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
To think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. First down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Returning it is Moore. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've got that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at the defense for these Texans. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We can see offensive pass interference called on this play from time to time. The tight end's going to sell that he's going outside. Let the slot receiver come past, and then work himself back to the inside. Sure enough, he's left with some open space, and he picks up the 1st down.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye,
he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offense.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to get catch passes when people try to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They brought the house that time with a young rookie, maybe a little down through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They go play action here on first down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one. And the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
He'll drop to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's second and goal. They're going to look to throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They'll try to run with Pierce. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2? Win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for the Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That could be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They're both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they'll bring it down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense got pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On play action, they'll throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 27 yards. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going up top for Taylor. And this one is incomplete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll throw now on the final play. That one complete. It's tanked down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come back.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's more on the return. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. He'll get it up near midfield at the 49 before being taken down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Haynes. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And with that last play, he's now over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Throwing now is Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And the tight end goes in motion left. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And incomplete.
But as a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according
defense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on third down, good for 28.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Caught left side by Mechie. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking deep here for Mechie, and that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Looking to speed things up here with some tempo. Mechie, the man in motion. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to play.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. In motion comes the tight end left. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. There he goes, left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
32. And the Texans first down.
Do better than this.
Another carry for Pierce. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Looking to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're going to look to throw. We'll get this out wide to Singletary. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Second down, goal to go. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is going to be out of bounds well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on downs. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they work this out past the 25. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. On first down, Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. And now this game is over. So it's a win for the Chiefs here. And no surprise, it was Patrick Mahomes who really led the charge.
Yeah, he went through the ball well, didn't he? Well over 300 yards passing. Hit on 3 touchdown passes. He's delivering the ball rhythm game long.
So for the Chiefs, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. Next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile for Houston, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.